Hey, y'all, it's Connected K with the new 93Q. We are here in Nashville talking with the man that has brought us here to this wonderful city, Mr. Eric Church. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Cold, but
you know.
It's
cold. It's cold everywhere.
It is cold everywhere. We've got a little bit in Houston too. So, but
yeah,
you
it's
know,
one of those weird winters where it's just cold everywhere.
It is weird. Well, us Southerners, we're not used to it, so we freak out a little bit.
I know it.
Congratulations, first off, on all of the hype that's been going on about The Outsiders.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It is very
Keep waiting
crazy.
on. I don't know if I'm comfortable. I don't think I'm very comfortable with it when the reviews start coming in. They've all been really good. You know?
They have been.
And I don't know that I think I'm uncomfortable with it.
Oh no! Why does that make you uncomfortable?
I don't know. I'm just not sure. I keep waiting on the. I think a couple bad ones would have made me feel a little bit. I don't know. It's just something about the balance.
It's like it's too much good.
It's too much good. I keep waiting on the big shoe to drop. You know.
Oh, so, I don't think it will. We got a chance to listen to the album the other day back at the studios, and it was amazing. I mean, it's the kind of album that you don't hear very often anymore because it's such a game changer. Yeah. You know, there's that stigma right now in country music that there's a lot of people that are trying to say, you know, country music's changing and that's not country, and which is very frustrating, especially I imagine for you as a country artist.
Yeah. Well, I think that's natural. I mean, evolution's natural. And I think the big thing for me is playing shows and being in front of people is to a consumer. I'm not sure they pay attention anymore to genres. I think if you're a 20-year-old kid, you're listening to everything because I think the digital age or whatever has made everything available to you. Now, it's good and bad. The good is there's a lot of diversity. There's a lot of different types of music that you can find. It allows the creativity to go different places. It's good. The bad is you can lose the heart of whatever music you made. And I think that's the catch. And it's a fine line that we all walk. I think for me, what we've always tried to do is make sure that we're being artistic and we're being creative with our records. And I don't really go in thinking about this is this or this is that. Because I think when you start doing that, you're putting it in a box. You're really harnessing what that creativity can do. So we always just kind of go and let it be. And whatever happens, happens. And whatever people call it, they call it. Yeah, I hope they call it good. But I think at that point in time, we try not to focus on that too much.
Now, you really enjoyed making this album because y'all did everything no holds bar. Y'all were like, we're going to do whatever. Whatever comes out, it comes out.
Yeah, and I think you can hear it. I mean, I think even with the first song, I mean, Outsiders was, you know, in your face and aggressive, and I knew it was, you know, and the reason it came out first, a lot of people said, why in the world did that come out first? And I don't know where else it would have came out, and I wanted it to be a statement to our fans, too, that, yeah, we've had success. Chief was a very successful album. We won awards. We had #1 songs. But I don't want people to think that now I'm just going to be safe. Now I'm just going to do, you know, the easy thing. We're still going to do what we've always done. We're still going to try to push the envelope. And I wanted to show that up front. And that's why Outsiders was the first song everybody got to hear.
Well, you definitely, everybody knows to kind of go to you for all those songs that kind of push the envelope. So what went into this album that made you feel like you wanted to be more in everybody's face than before? What was that kind of game changer for you, or was that just how you were feeling at the time?
Kind of how it just happened. I mean, I know that we consciously knew there were two paths for us. I mean, we had songs that did not make this album that would have been big hits for us. And we didn't put them on the album because I either felt like we had been there or people were there now with what people were doing. So we left those off, and we purposely went a different way. And it was somewhat risky because I didn't know what would happen going that way, you know. But I think in that process we found some of these sounds. I mean, we never went in even with the Outsiders or Damn Rock and Roll or whatever songs they have. We never went in and said we're going to put this in people's face. We just got in and started playing them, and that's what came out. That's the emotion that the song brought out, and we just didn't try to harness any of that.
Well, it's definitely gotten you a long way. Now, you've been able to perform with acts like George Strait. That's got to be huge for you.
It was huge. There's a handful of things I think you do in your career you always remember, and that's going to be in that handful.
Right. I imagine performing with George Strait would be one of those.
And I got to know him a little bit, too, and hang out with him. He and Norman. It was great. It was one of those cool things.
He is. He's a very, very down-to-earth kind of guy, so it's nice to see people like that.
Yeah.
Now, you recently were on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It was a lot of fun.
That's how you know you've hit the big time.
It was interesting. I did it shows you the difference. So go back to the genre thing a minute. I mean, but in the course of a week, I did a tribute and played with Greg Allman in Atlanta, the Allman Brothers. And then 4 days later, played with George Strait in Omaha and Kansas City. And it's just funny to me that, you can go from one of the biggest rock acts to the biggest country act in a matter of 3 or 4 days and feel at home in both. And I really did, So I think that just goes to show that it's really about music, and it's not about what kind of music.
It is, and we're very fortunate to live in a time where people can enjoy it all and
I think so.
Be able to discuss all of it.
I think so.
Gives you a lot of room for creativity when you're making different tracks, I'm sure.
Right, it does.
Your video for Give Me Back My Hometown, I love it. Because a lot of times you see videos nowadays and it's like kind of the same old, or you're like, oh, I saw this one coming,
Yeah.
And what I was reading about is that it actually starts a story, so there's more to come from this video. It's not just one little segment. We've got a whole big storyline that's going to play out.
It'll play out through the entire album, through every single release, and throughout this entire album process, this story will continue to develop. So the people that you see around that grave, the people at that funeral, they each have a story, and they each relate to each other in some way. And you're going to find out more about those characters with each song and each video. And
what gave you the idea to do your videos this way?
The same thing. I feel like that I've seen so many videos that are about the song, and I just thought it would be neat. I thought it would be a neat way to continue this dialogue, this storyline. The guys from Breaking Bad, the show, helped us with it.
Right.
And even a couple of the actors are in the video that are in Breaking Bad. So it's really cool to kind of look at where can this go. And honestly, there's some places I'm still not sure about yet because they're not there. Either this person's going to die or not.
Right.
And it's letting it kind of write its own story, which is kind of cool, kind of fun.
Right. Eric Church doing big things, making a continuous music video with everybody from Breaking Bad. That's huge. That show was a big success.
Yeah, it's a great show.
So that's good to look forward to. Your videos will obviously be a huge success too.
I hope so.
So we are very excited to have the album. It came out on Tuesday, so everybody go out and get it. It is amazing. It's definitely a game changer. You did what you wanted to do, which was be an outsider and show everybody that you are coming to take charge. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thanks for talking with us.